Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Now, let's run down what you missed in last week's edition of the Weekly. First up, Luigi wrote something that a lot of business owners tend to get wrong, and it's about funding.
They all assume it comes down to credit score. And yes, credit matters a lot. Lenders are not out there handing out money like Oprah with a portal login. But your business may have more leverage than you think. Revenue, equipment, inventory, contracts, receivables, cash flow. The stuff you already built may change the whole conversation. So before you let a 3-digit number boss you around, go read the post on the Credit Bank blog.
Now, while we're on the topic of leverage, let's talk about something that happens to be the most stressful project going on planet Earth right now. U.S.-China relations. Lou, it looks like DT-47 was in Beijing with Xi this week, and he brought some friends along with him.
Matt, it was like the Avengers reunion. The guest list included Boeing, Citi, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla, BlackRock, Goldman. They were all there. Just a casual little field trip with half the people who can move a market before lunch. And on the agenda, they were talking about tariffs, Taiwan, AI, energy, rare earth metals, remember those? Nuclear arms, and whether the global supply chain can stop acting like a drunk Roomba for 5 minutes. Small business wasn't invited, they just got the invoice.
Think there was any small talk? Lou, Shopify had a monster quarter. Sales volume jumped, revenue is up across the board, AI traffic exploded. And can you believe it? Because I can, and I hated this when I was on Wall Street. Company does everything right, fires on all cylinders, crushes numbers, and investors, well, some investors still have something to complain about.
The real story here is AI shopping. If customers start asking ChatGPT or Gemini what to buy, your online store had better have clean product data, current inventory, and a checkout that doesn't feel like dial-up with a cart icon.
Lou, let's talk about that for a second and unpack it here. So I use AI all day, every day, all the time. And I'm always asking it for suggestions. And to be honest with you, when we were redecorating our house, it gave me suggestions. I asked it for a link and I bought the product. How often do you do that at the moment?
AI?
Yeah, I'm asking the wrong.
I don't need AI. I just ask you.
I'm asking the wrong person. Buddy. You're still using the Sears catalog.
Nobody answers the 1-800 number. Are they out of business?
From there, we're going to talk about Ford and that giant EV problem that, Sleepy Joe Biden caused. Fine. Ford finally looked at their balance sheet. They said, what else can we do with all these batteries? So they jumped off the Biden EV bandwagon and using the batteries for data centers. Go DT-47.
Matt, it makes total sense. EV sales slowed. Ford took a giant financial punch to the face. So now it's moving into battery storage for utilities, factories, and AI data centers. Honestly, not a bad pivot. If people won't buy the electric car, sell the guts to the building.
I really want to go on to the next one, but I'm going to let your Italian roots flare here. Why don't you pick this one up?
This was our favorite banking story of the week. In Italy, an old school bank, hundreds of years old, called Credem Bank, accepts wheels of Parmigiano Reggiano as loan collateral. You got it, Matt. Wheels of cheese as collateral.
Can you say that again? Parmigiano Reggiano.
Parmigiano Reggiano. Not cheese as slang for money. Cheese as in, please scan this 80-pound wheel of gold and secure my credit facility. It sounds insane until you realize it solves a real cash flow problem. Producers have inventory that takes a year to 18 months to age, but bills don't wait, so the bank forwards them the money based upon that collateral. Great tactic, and the cheese still tastes great on a little bit of pasta.
So, can I just buy it in the store and then can it be collateralized? We're collateralizing food these days. Okay, what kind of world are we living in? And because the economy keeps kicking everybody in the shins, I looked at producer prices in this week's Money Minute. It seems they jumped again for the month of April, up 1.4%. This is the biggest increase in 4 years, and business owners and customers are seeing it across the board, from everything in materials, fuel, packaging, shipping, bills, and all the little tiny margin assassins seems to be coming together. So before you assume the answer is sell more, check out the Money Minute before your business starts leaking.
And now for some quick hits from around the web. At UCF, Gloria Caulfield tried to tell graduates AI was the next industrial revolution, and the crowd immediately booed like someone had just opened a tuna sandwich on a hot elevator. We like AI, we use AI, but if the robots are getting heckled at graduation, maybe read the room before launching the TED Talk.
It's an interesting observation.
Americans, for some reason, are scared of AI. The rest of the world are embracing it, but Americans are scared.
That's an interesting observation because these kids are just graduating. They want to go into the workforce and they're afraid they're not going to find a job because of AI. I get it. Lou, you're not going to believe this. And I can actually take my hat off to this woman. She broke up with her ex-boyfriend up in Canada and she pulled the prank of the century, my friend. She sent a DoorDasher 1,847 times, each time with one single lemon to give to her ex-boyfriend. Talk about revenge.
Weren't Canadians supposed to be nice?
I don't know, but 2,000 lemons sounds like a great start to a new Netflix documentary.
A scorned woman. The wrath of a scorned woman. Beware. And finally, Bigfoot is having a real career moment. Off-Broadway musicals, smartphone emojis, festival mascot, horror movie regular, the dude's everywhere right now. For a blurry woodland man who refuses to show up clearly in one photo, he somehow has a better rollout strategy than most funded startups.
All right, that's the week. Quick reminder, everybody, the weekly subscribers are getting a 30-day free trial to Get Oblique, which turns your basic online business listing into an AI front desk. Very useful, especially if your staff is tired of answering questions like, hey, are you open? When they just could have looked it up. Haven't had enough? Go to Substack to read last week's full edition. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for weekly recaps every single Monday. Catch you next time.